Good morning, District 1. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all bright and awake, and we've got a lot of stuff going on in our campaign. But first of all, I would like to say thank you very much. Since we won the primary on August 28 by an overwhelming majority, I would say, it has been a whirlwind slew of activities, a lot of well-wishers, a lot of people reaching out, even from across the aisle, excited, just as excited and energized and motivated as we are, because we feel that change is coming. Change not just for us, change that will be good not only for our community, not only for our district, but for the state and for the entire country. So what's my cup for today? Well, recognize that symbol? That's from the movie or the character called Wonder Woman. That's right. We are now mounting a campaign because we are the campaign of Wonder Woman. So now, not only are you going to send a good doctor to the house, but we will encourage all the women and men in this district to step up to the plate and do what you can for the good of the community. But what is Wonder Woman of District 1 up to now? Well, let me tell you a few things. Let me update you, and let me motivate you to do a couple more things. So number one, today is actually September 9, 2018. For my Jewish friends and family, first and foremost, I would like to greet you, wishing all my family and friends celebrating Lashana Tova. May you have a happy, healthy, and sweet new year, this 5779. That's to all my Jewish friends and family. Today is Rosh Hashanah, and I will see you at Temple Bethel tonight as we celebrate the Jewish New Year. Now, this morning I was so busy reading about all kinds of stuff, and there was actually one post that stood out. You know that this week or this next few days and the last few days, the news has been busy about the hearings for the confirmation of the new Supreme Court Justice, Brett Kavanaugh. Hopefully that won't go through, and I encourage all of you to call all your senators and all your legislators to please make sure vet this man properly. But one thing stood out, and I don't know if you're aware of this. Miss Alicia Wilson Baker, kudos to her. She is a definitely anti-choice, pro-life Christian, an ordained minister of Indiana. And she gave a heartfelt testimony of why it is extremely important for all of us to listen to these confirmation hearings. Why was she there? She wasn't for Mr. Kavanaugh. What she actually said is what millions of women around the world would have wanted to say. That although she is a woman of deep faith, and she is definitely a woman of deep faith being an ordained minister, she too experienced what all women around the world experience. Where you would like to have a happy, healthy life, ready not only for being a wife, but ready to be a mother and a responsible citizen of the world. When she and her husband got married, they wanted to wait before she had children because she still had student loans, and she wanted to make sure that she was able to be a good mother and a good wife and ready to have children welcomed into their home. What she discovered is what millions of women discover every day. That even if you have insurance coverage, because of all the crazy stuff going on around here, between the separation of church and state that is not being implemented at all in some circles. And if you may recall what happened with the Hobby Lobby case, her insurance company actually denied coverage for her to seek reproductive health care and to obtain contraception. Not an abortion, ladies. contraception because she wanted to be a responsible parent. She wanted to make sure she was ready. And although she loved her husband very much and they would very much want to have children in the future, they weren't ready. So what does she do? She fights the insurance company. And she said, she detailed the journey of how difficult it was starting a new life, just trying to do the right thing and having to go against a roadblock because her insurance company was given the right to deny her coverage for contraception based on religious reasons. Now, mind you, I am a woman of deep faith, but there is nothing that says that you must have obstruction placed before you if you want to be a responsible parent. I do believe that that is actually a better way than to bring forth children into this world that you would later abandon, abuse, or neglect. Trust me, I see them on a daily basis in my practice. I salute you, Miss Alicia. I salute this ordained minister from Indiana. And we will be posting her testimony so that you know I'm telling the truth. So how about you, Wonder Woman out there? What's going on in the world? Let me just tell you, we have several activities going on because we got a wonderful crew. Everybody's motivated and pumped up. If you go into our Facebook page, we have actually posted all the different canvassing schedules in all the different counties. I'm sorry I can't memorize them all, but please take a look, and periodically we will be posting them because there's so many opportunities for you. If you would like to help, if you would like to canvass, and if you're shy, don't worry. You can be the ones who are holding the clipboard or driving the canvassers. This is a wonderful opportunity to be part of the change that's about to come. Change can't wait. Change is coming. And don't be afraid of change. So we will be posting once again the different canvassing opportunities. Pair up with someone. And we will have a lot more coming up. Because you know what? We will continue to go into the communities, reaching out one voter at a time. Because money can buy yard signs, but it cannot buy votes. And we have proven that, Team Z. We were the team that was considered already losers before we even started. We raised the lowest amount of money, and yet we were successful. People are reaching out to us, trying to find out how we did it. There's no secret formula. It's called connecting with the voters. Because you know what, District 1 and the rest of the country? Voters, just like us, are so sick and tired of this hypocrisy. We are so sick and tired of people telling us what we should be thinking. We all want authenticity. Authenticity and telling the truth and doing what's right and being on the right side of history and our future. So please take a look, and we will repost all these canvassing opportunities. There's another thing exciting happening tonight. If you're interested in writing postcards, we also have opportunities that you can, behind the scenes, be part of a wonderful team and grassroots movement. Miss Patty Maxwell heads our Postcard to Voters team. And if you want to reach out to our team, please contact us through our Facebook page. Send us a message and we will reach out to you. Our teams are all ready to move and work. So here's a couple of other exciting things coming up. As you very well know, we already posted that we are now on Daily Kos, KOS. If you're not aware of what it is, go check it out. We posted our first blog. Thank you, Laura, for helping us out with that one. And let me tell you before I proceed, we have an amazing communication team. This is how you win elections, people. You connect. You connect to what's important and you connect to your district. We don't have time for petty politics. We don't have time for drama. We do have time for hard work and grassroots movement. So come join our team contact us. We got plenty of opportunities in front of and behind the scenes. So read our first article, because guess what? We will be coming out with our blogs through Daily Cause at least 3 times a week, and even more as it approaches into the general election. Number 2, as you know, we do have this coffee. What was I going to say? That we have this coffee with Dr. Z, and we're getting a lot of interest because in the next few coffee segments, we will actually be talking to different movers and shakers in the community, and highlight the issues that actually affect all of us here. So, for example, we have the following lined up. Can't tell yet which day, but which Sunday, but it will be coming up soon. We have reached out to Diane Crammell and the Save the Beach movement, because that is extremely important to our community. So we will be having a session with Save the Beach movement. And of course, we will have coffee by the beach. We also attended last night the activity that was organized by 350 Pensacola regarding climate change. And we would be setting up a coffee session with them too. We have reached out to the different candidates in the district, so they will have an opportunity to chat with me over coffee regarding the different issues that they're concerned about and our vision for Northwest Florida and their respective districts that they represent or counties. We also will have a session, or at least a roundtable discussion, or even a mini town hall. We have reached out for Movement for Change. We will be reaching out more to the Black community, and I invite all of those leaders to reach out to us, because we do want to sit down and plan a realistic vision for this community. Because you know what? It's time. You now have someone who is willing to represent you, because I too am a minority. I too have been subjected to discrimination. My children have felt that. I want to have a serious discussion about this very serious topic and what is happening in our country. But not only that, I too would reach out to the law enforcement agencies. That's all coming up soon too. And we will update you as the plans firm up. I don't know if you're on Twitter, but you may not have noticed, it is exploding. We have had a lot more followers, but we know some of them may not be on our side. But that's okay. We also have a platform now that has reached out, not only within our community, but outside. I am also quite honored and humbled by the amount of support that I have received, even as far back as Alaska, Maine, Vermont, Massachusetts, Kansas, Mississippi. We have received donations as small as $1, because they've read my $1 a day experience, to $3, $5, all the way up to $500 and even $1,000. There are people out there who are concerned and are just as motivated as we are to make the changes that this country needs. Here's another one. We are also reaching out to the veterans. What happened to our veterans in this country is something that should concern us. There have been some laws passed or legislation that has been sponsored that actually deny more care to that segment of our military that has been forgotten and neglected and yet used. I'm tired of this lip service and hypocrisy, aren't you? I think it's time that we actually sat down with our veterans and spoke to them like no one has ever spoken to them, and actually put forth legislation that is reasonable, practical, and doable. I will come up pretty soon with the House bills that have been put forth by our representatives. And you might be appalled to see that all this lip service to all these minority groups and our military has really just been lip service. That's coming up soon. But today, I also want to invite all of you to attend the Hispanic Festival. Hispanic Fest 2018 is coming up today at the Emerald Coast Convention Center, and I will be there to support our good friend, Miss Becky Colzer, who is running for Florida House District 4. Yes, folks, we need to support all the Wonder Women in our district. Because you know what? This is a fight that's not just for one woman. This is a fight for all women in our country. Do you know that the United States of America's population is actually composed of 51%. 51% of our population is women. And yet, we are so underrepresented in both the House and the Senate. We only have maybe 20% representation. And not even a lot of women of color, nor minorities. But it is exciting now that we actually have a lot of women that are running. And that was the other article that I read today, this morning. What greeted me instead of stress was something so hopeful. They came out with an article that if this blue wave is coming, and truly will come this November, there will be possibly over 100 women in Congress. Now come on, District 1. This woman should be one of them. Send this good doctor to the House. And let's create more Wonder Women in our district. So let me just give a shout out to the following women who are actually running, who are my fellow Wonder Women, who want to do change, who want to make the changes that will not only affect women in the world, but all men, women, and children. So let me give a shout out to all these people. I give a shout out to Miss Vicki Garrett, representing or running, well, Vicki already made you represent us. Vicki Garrett, Florida State House District 1. Show her some love, District 1. Becky, who I'm visiting today, Becky Colzer, Florida State House District 4. Gigi Gibson, Florida State Senate District 2. Miss Laura Adler, Escambia School Board District 3. Gloria Horning, ECUA District 2. Ann Hill, Pensacola City Council District 6. Nikki Fried, AG Commissioner in Florida. Oops. And these are all these great women also running. Stacey Abrams, possibly the first black female governor for Georgia. Give Stacey some love too. Oh, this is very interesting. Ilhan Omar, U.S. Congress, Minnesota. She was a Somalian refugee. This is exciting, people. Christine Halquist, Vermont governor. And I do believe Christine might be the first transgender, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but you can fact check me on that one. Gina Ortiz Jones, U.S. House in Texas. Gina is half Filipino. And if elected, she too is part of the LGBTQ community. And if I forgot any names, I apologize. It's changing every day. All these names coming out. All these courageous women. All these courageous women running. So you see, hope is not lost. All hope is not lost. If there's one thing that history will judge this movement or moment in time, they will look back and say, my goodness, we may have failed to elect the first female president, but what happened? We all woke up. We all woke up and marched. Millions of women, not only in America, not only in each community, not only in each state and county, but all over the world, women made a statement. And we continue to make a statement that we will not be silenced anymore. That we too are qualified. that not only can we do laundry, cook meals, take care of children, raise a family, we can also go into the highest levels of education and now government. Women, I challenge you. Elect all these wonder women who are trying to lead the way, who are trying to bust open the doors, so more of us can come into these doors and barriers that have been put in front of us. We will kick them all. Not because we want to replace the men, but we want to have an opportunity to work alongside the men who have always been there. So men, please don't be afraid. We're not out to get your jobs. We might just need to show you how it's done. A little bit better, a little bit kinder, and also a little bit more budget friendly. So you see, women, this is what we've been doing all our lives. Taking care of others. It's time we took care of each other. It's time we took care of our country. And I'll just have a little bit of perspective here. This district, District 1 of Florida, has never had a female in a general election for the U.S. House. This is a first. We've made history. I am the first female ever to go in a general election to represent this district to the U.S. House. Let's consider that for a moment. To my fellow Democrats, for over 25 years, we have not sent a woman and we have lost in every election. To men of the other party, who you would not have even considered possibly as fit to run this district. But they did win. They did win against all the molds that you have been thinking along. I have been told that I would not win. I have been told I'm unelectable. I have been told I was too ambitious. There's no way. You can't do it. You know what? You're right. If you already think you can't, you're correct. But you see, I think differently. All my life, I've climbed up against the steepest hills, and I have always made it to the top. I am proud of what we have accomplished here, but this could not have been possible without the help of dedicated men and women who believe in the same vision and the same mission that I have. It's relatively simple. I'm your local pediatrician. I have been treating children for over 20 years. My mission has always been clear: to alleviate the pain and suffering, to heal, to listen. I have reached across the aisles multiple times. I have looked at your children with compassionate eyes. It doesn't matter what color they are, what gender, what orientation, what demographics you live in, what zip code you have, and for the most part, also what insurance you have, if you even have any. I have built my small business through 17 years of hard work and perseverance, with no corporate help, with no help from any hospital. My small business survived, and my small clinic survived, because people like you in District 1 trusted me through all these years. And you have told me, in more ways than one, that I've been there for your children when you needed help the most. So this time, District 1, I will be there for you and your families. But most of all, I know, and you have promised me, that you will be there for me come November 6th. So I will be reading all these comments later, and I will make sure I will answer them to the best of my ability. But don't forget that you must be registered. And I do believe it's October 6th, if not October 9th, and we will post all these important dates. But if you don't register by the first week of October, You will lose your voice this November 6th. This midterm elections is not just about me. It's not just about unseating an incumbent. This midterm elections literally means the lifeblood of this country. So I implore all of you out there listening, and hopefully you share this message to everyone that you know in your group of friends or family, no matter which party affiliation you have. The issues that affect our country right now go beyond party lines. We still have men, women, and children who cannot get health care coverage. And as you heard from that ordained minister from Indiana, she could not even get reproductive health care coverage because she was trying to be a responsible parent. We still have men, women, and children out there homeless, cannot obtain good meals. Who's taking care of them? I'm not here to give freebies, as my incumbent said. I have been labeled all kinds of stuff, but you know what? That doesn't matter, because the mandate comes from you. My loyalty is to this district, as I have proven for the 20 years that I have served you faithfully. My loyalty lies with the people who need our help. So come on, let's support each other, because the country needs us. We need to make a stand, and we need to make our voices heard. So Wonder Women, we got a lot of stuff to do. But like in that movie, she was not afraid to go into the no man's land. If you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe my communication teams can pick up a short clip to show you how Wonder Woman stood up when everyone told her, you can't go in there, that's no man's land. We've only gained an inch. We can't even go through because of all the artillery and fire. But I'm ready, District 1. Are you? Have a good day. And to all my Jewish friends and family, Hoshana Tova. Thank you.